of this year, a Nazi war criminal was convicted of crimes he had committed during World War II. He committed those crimes more than 60 years ago. Like him, you may think that your crimes are in the past, but God sees them as if you had just done them. He was there every time you broke the third commandment. It says that thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. If you've ever used God's name as a cuss word or not given it its due respect, then you've broken this commandment. And God says he will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. And if you've ever taken anything that didn't belong to you, you've broken the 8th commandment. It says, thou shalt not steal. No matter what the value of the item, if you took it without permission, then you stole it. Whether it be music off the internet, answers on a test, or someone's place in line. If you've ever done that, then consider yourself a thief. When you stand before God, what will you say to him if you've broken these commandments?
Do you have anything to say before I pronounce judgment?
Well, Your Honor, if you would please take a look at my record. I'm a husband of a beautiful family. I give money to charities. I adopt orphans, give food to homeless people. Oh, and I helped an old lady across the street today.
Your record does show that you've done everything you've said, but it also shows that you've broken the law. You're not being judged for all of the nice things you've done. You're being judged for the very law you've broken. These things cannot cover your crimes. Justice demands the fine be paid. Take him away.
Just like the judge said, we won't be judged for the good things we've done. We are in the courtroom because of all the laws we've broken. To be honest, the Bible says that all the good things we can do are actually filthy rags in the eyes of God. How could we ever impress God with filthy rags? If you took all the times you broke the 7th commandment, you would realize how filthy we really are. The 7th commandment says, thou shalt not commit adultery. But before you say you've never done that, listen to what Jesus said. Jesus said, you have heard it said of old, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say to you, if you look with lust, you've committed adultery already in your heart. Have you ever looked at someone and had sexual desires for them? If so, in God's eyes, you are an adulterer. Some of you might be saying, well, my God isn't like that. My God is an all-forgiving God that will accept me just the way I am. I heard a man one time respond to somebody who said that. He said, you're right. Your God would never be like that, and he would never send anyone to hell. He said that because your God doesn't exist. You've broken the 2nd commandment. And it says, you shall not make for yourself any false gods. When you make up a God for yourself that is not based on the Bible, what you're doing is breaking the 2nd commandment. By now, I hope you're all thinking soberly about these things. Have you put yourself in this position? It's wiser to think about your judgment day now before it comes.